There. Damn, that's close. Back it up. Can I back it up? I can't back it up. Oh well. Alright, guys, what's up? I finished a page out of the comic book I'm working on, so as a little treat to myself, I was going to. It's kind of early, so I decided to work on the antagonist for the comic book that I'm going to be working on next. My comic book. He's a villain. I know he looks a little statuesque, but he is a villain. He is, in fact, an angel. His name is Amos, and he is essentially he's going to be when God goes missing. He's going to be stepping in and filling in that role. And being an angel, he's got to be a little more statuesque than normal. And now I'm sitting here and I was thinking about statuesque and all that. And I'm thinking, how can I make him look perfect? How can I make him look like a not so much a Greek god, but like a Roman statue? And I was sitting there chewing it over for a while, and I thought to myself, well, what the fuck am I doing? Why don't I just make him a living statue? So I was thinking about it, and I was like, yeah, a living statue, that's kind of, who knows? But then I was thinking, how can that be scary? How can that be intimidating? And there was an episode of Doctor Who called Blink, and it was about these statues that crept up on you if you were not looking at them. And you would turn around and it would be right behind you, ready to attack you, and you would walk backwards because it's kind of like the ghosts in Mario Brothers, where you couldn't really walk anywhere, or else they would start to follow you and chase you. And I'm kind of covering up this little shadowing just because I want it to be real heavy light from above. And I want to make sure that this shadow comes out real dark. And I was like, oh, that's pretty creepy. And at the same time, if you're having a conversation with somebody and the person you're looking at is a living statue and they look at you almost with dead eyes, because these eyes here, a lot of the old Greek statues, they don't really include the eyeballs, but a lot of the later Roman statues do. Especially, I think there was a really cool one. It was the David by Gian Lorenzo Bernini, and it was a statue of David. You could look it up, but it's him having just chucked the stone at Goliath, and it looks really cool. I mean, he has a really expressive face, and his eyes have the almost like how the Mickey Mouse eyes used to be, kind of like and you have this missing cutout pie on the eye there, and it was the statue. If you look at the eye, they left the circle for the pupil, so it looks almost indented, and then they cut out a smaller hole inside of it, like that, so you could still see, and the eye would be round. It was a really cool way to do it, sculpture-wise. And if I make him with the dead eyes, yes, it'll be scarier. Just the full blank eyes, it'll be scarier and spookier. But I'm not. I need that expressiveness to come out through him, because he's going to be a major part of the story, and he's not going to have a solid, immovable face. He is going to be talking. It's just that his face is essentially marble, living stone. So I want to try to give him that coming in, that real thin bridge on his nose. So let's just black this out completely. Same here. And I want him to be real intense when he first shows up, and he's going to be in full regalia, full armor. He's going to have he's almost going to look like Thor. My pencil. Like he's going to have the son of a bitch. He's going to have the full on head plate, like a paladin armor from Dungeons and Dragons. Full on head plate armor. A little bit of a nose bridge there. But he's also going to have the wings on the side. Full on headdress. Which I think will be cool. But that remains to be fleshed out, and we'll see how that goes. And his hair is going to be actual statue too. It's all going to be marble carved. So I'm not going to really try to have any wisps on his hair. It's all going to be flat and returnable. Because it's just stone moving around. Which I think can come out pretty cool, especially since I was thinking about it. And the heroes of the story who have the powers of not just levitation, flight, but also being able to create a portal to bring hellscape into reality or the earthly plane and attack people or defend themselves with the landscape of hell. I mean, what more can you do when hellscape hits this man square in the face and just slides off? Like lava will hit this marble face and just slide off. So I think that could also be really intimidating. The only thing that I'm having trouble with right now is how I am going to, come on, okay, how I am going to get this marble to show through as marble on the actual finished drawing. Because I honestly don't want to color the book. I really don't. I want to make it as, well, that makes a difference. I want to make it as black and white, stark as possible. Real dramatic. And I don't want to worry about, see how that looks. Yeah, that looks good. We'll bring that out from there. And again, I want to make it look as stark and as scary as possible. Real moody, real dramatic. Because this is important shit this guy's going through. Our hero. Not him, but our hero. So I don't want to play it off as something, you know, for the yucks. So if I make it marbleized, I'm gonna have to be really careful with the inking, and do most of, and be real careful to keep everything clean, because if I want to realistically do something that looks marbleized, it's gonna have to be a lot of shadows, Most of the drawing of his, you know, porcelain skin is gonna have to be just shading. Very rarely put any hard and fast lines. So I either have to be very careful with the original drawing and then do all of it in ink, layers of ink, and then when I print it or scan it, it comes through exactly as it is, so it can have no imperfections. I can't, you know, lower the gain or the RGB so that you don't see the lines. You have to see the gradations of the marble to make it look correct, or do it after the scan, which is going to be another step, and I'm not looking forward to that. I don't want to get into that. So I don't know right now. I got to think about it some more. Sorry, I'm doing his nose. I'll do some. So if I make them, yeah, I'm not sure. We'll figure it out. There's always a way to get it done. We'll find a way. We can keep on trucking. We given it enough time and thought, anything can be figured out. So, like, do I want to do this number? and make his skin real shiny, because I'll have to gray his entire face and then go back in with a highlight for the shine of the skin. Well, at any rate, it should be good. This is going to be a metal. I haven't decided what the emblem's going to be. It has 3 connectors. One's going to be his cape, another cape over here, the other one a leather strap going under his arm. His arm is going to be completely armored, but with leather. I'm thinking leather-ish. So there was a movie back in the day that I saw when I was in high school called Ninja Scroll, and the main bad guy, his name was Himoto Gamma, Gemma, and he had a 1 armored arm, and he would fight with a sword, which this man is going to have a fiery sword, and he's going to he fought the Jubei, the good guy, and he would use the 1 arm as essentially a shield because it was completely armored, and would fight with you, and that's how I want him to be. But also kind of, I don't know if you've seen the video. It was Fatal Fury 2. It was Krauser was the bad guy, and his second in command was some dude, and he fought with a rapier. And that's how I want his style of fighting to be. Really stylized, very, very capable, and benevolent. I want him to look, he needs to have the look of a true blue to the core hero, because he's an angel. But you know, people don't give a lot of thoughts as to what happens when angels take over Earth. You know, to angels, a sin is a sin is a sin, and all sin carries the payment of death. So if angels show up knocking on your door, I don't really think you would want them there. So that's how this is going to play out, and which is why our hero has to use demonic hellscape powers to combat the angels, because if you can't go to the good guys for help, where do you go? Alright, I'm going to get to work on this for a while, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.